Hi, it's Aubrey.
And I'm Jade, and welcome back to Media Darlings.
Yay.
Yay. Um, okay, do you have things to talk about? Because I have like a list of like random notes I've written down
hmm
that I've been thinking like, oh, these are all things I could talk about. But I don't know if you have like topics.
Mine are also really random, so we can go like one for one if you want.
Okay. Well, here's the thing is like mine are all kind of long. So like should I just read you my list and you tell me like what are you interested in?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So here's my list of things I want to talk about. 9/11 and Pearl Harbor, Love Island UK, women's rights, Hinge, concerts, the San Jose Sharks, Justin Timberlake. Which one are you interested in?
What, like, like, what could even connect any of those things? These are all just like broad topics that you'd like want to talk
No,
about.
so these are all just like I've had like random thoughts about these and then written it down in my notes. And then so I kind of took like the main thing from each of those things and was like, okay, so you know.
Okay, so let's start with Justin Timberlake.
Okay, Justin Timberlake. Let me see what I wrote down in my notes about him. Um, okay, so I've been listening to old Justin Timberlake lately be
Oh, okay.
because of, well, first of all, I told you last time about the IDL dance groups and how
Yeah.
like they have viral trends. Okay, so the group I told you about, Brotherhood, they had a set to an old NSYNC song. So now that NSYNC song is like going viral right now, and people are going back to listen to this old song from the 90s because they performed to it and it like went triple platinum basically. So I was listening to that song. I was like, wait, this is good. And then from there, of course, I naturally started listening to old Justin Timberlake. So basically, I've been going through this phase of listening to like these old Timberlake songs, and I was thinking like, low-key, that cop should have let him go. Because like in this, when I was listening to it, when I was listening to Mirrors, I was understanding where it came from when he said like, this is gonna ruin the tour. Because like I think the cop should have low-key let him go in the same way that like we preserve and protect certain sites for like cultural significance reasons, you know? Because it's like some of his songs are just like those are actually they need to be put in like time capsules for like future generations to like look back on it. Like it's the song like My Love, like whoa. That's what I had to say about Justin Timberlake.
I feel like honestly the cop let him off very easy. Like the cop might have had that in mind already.
Well, no, obviously the cop, I thought the whole thing was that the cop like absolutely did not know who he was.
I don't think he gave a hoot. I think
No,
he was like,
I think the cop
okay.
like genuinely low key like
Didn't recognize him, I'm sure.
didn't for sure. But, unfortunately I that video was like hilarious. I only saw the clips. I saw the clip where he was like, this is gonna ruin the tour, obviously. And then I saw the clip of the body cam footage when they're in the investigation room or whatever. Or sorry, interrogation room. And they're showing him like the investigation or the report or whatever. And he's like, you listed my race as white. Like the cops in the room just go like dead silent for a second. And then Justin Timberlake's like, nah, I'm just messing with you. It's hilarious. That that comedy in that moment really lessened the like the animosity I feel like the public had towards him for him saying like, oh, do you know who I am? This is gonna ruin the tour. Because then when I saw people posting that clip, people were like, wait, okay, this is funny, So it kind of worked. That one worked in his favor a little bit.
Right. It was good PR.
hmm hmm Nope, like all press is good press, low key. Because I bet there were people who didn't even know he was on tour and were like, wait.
I have
But
to go see him.
wait, yes, but I have to go see him. Like,
I don't know if he even has the kind of like audience that would really care that much about him having a DUI.
yeah, and actually, you know what? As I was saying that, I was thinking like, I don't want to sound pro DUI, you know? Like, I don't think I'm not saying like I wasn't that big of a deal because I think that drinking and driving is honestly one of the most like evil, like lower tier crimes. In my opinion, I'm very anti like drinking and driving because I'm just like, that is so stupid. Literally, like, get someone to pick you up, call a taxi, etc. It's so easy to avoid doing, and you could kill someone if you don't. So it's like, whoa. But to your point, yeah, probably his audience, his dem the demographic he appeals to, as in middle-aged moms, are probably also doing the same thing. And in the sense that like a lot of middle-aged, suburban like American moms are just like alcoholics, but under the guise of like, no, I just have to have a glass of wine with dinner every night. But it's like, okay, so you're an alcoholic, but it's like, no.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like, first of all, DUI is like so much more common than the like normal person would think.
It is crazy how common it is.
Because me, it's like I can't imagine getting a DUI. You're taught that they like ruin your life and they like keep you from, well, they ruin your life and they're like so like it's like hella evil.
Yeah.
So many people get DUIs. It's like from whatever. It's like, oh my God, it's such a jarring statistic that you would just never even imagine. And these are just the people that are getting like stopped and cited for drinking and driving. So imagine the people that are like good at it. But then
Okay.
the other thing I was going to say about DUIs that I learned recently that was like, it just really tickled me. Here's the thing about DUIs that really tickled me
Right.
is basically like if you get one for the like sentencing, they can sentence you to like two different programs. And one of them, I can't remember what the name is. They have like it's like it's like a reckless driving, like safe and dry or something. Like I don't know, something like that. And that's kind of for like the more serious ones. Like I don't know if it depends on like if you have one before or like higher level of like intoxication, like things like that. But then a lot of times for like if you're a minor and you get a DUI or like not necessarily a DUI but like a substance related like misdemeanor or a DUI or you're like a first time offender or something. I don't know what the criterion is. Basically the other program is called wet and reckless.
That is so crazy. They're
It's,
making it sound like a water park, like, like,
you heard that? And I bust out laughing.
yeah. What did you just call me? Like,
What did you just say to me?
right.
Like I cannot believe they're making it sound like summer camp. They're making
Yeah,
it sound
literally. That's crazy.
like a Vegas nightclub Omnia event.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Are you on a wet and reckless tonight?
Mm, that's crazy.
Yeah, actually, I have a couple more classes. It's just crazy. Their
Also,
PR.
yeah, on the topic of like DUIs, did you see that Tony Romo got a DUI? I just
Whoa, no, he got an OWI.
Well, okay, so I was looking for this tweet and I found it. But so it's like the TMZ breaking that says Tony Romo arrested for OWI in Milwaukee. And then someone quoted it and said, "What's an OWI, you ask?" Well, it turns out Wisconsin has several tiers of drunk driving so that the entire state doesn't go to jail at once. Which, it goes to show like really how common drunk driving is, which is like it is scary.
I wonder if we have like a privileged perspective on it, coming
You
from like a state with a ton of Uber and like
Yeah,
pretty
yeah,
good
I know
like
that
public transit.
that is the most like common argument to like when people are like super anti-drunk driving is when people are like, well, I live in a rural area where there's no Ubers and there's no like there's no other way for me to get back
But
other
then you
than
should have a DD.
exactly that's my thing is like okay, either get a DD or if you're going somewhere and you have to drive yourself back, why would you get drunk at that place? Like, oh, like, and that, then the argument comes back to again, well, I deserve to go out and have a drink, and just because I live in a rural area that doesn't have Ubers, that doesn't mean I shouldn't be able to go out. But it's like, okay, carpool with somebody else and have a DD then, like. If you really want to go out somewhere and get drunk, like it is, if you want, you can go somewhere and just not drink there. Like,
Yeah.
it really comes back to like the casual alcoholism of it all.
They're doing like the DD in states like Wisconsin. They're doing like,
Designated drunk driver.
yes, they're doing designated drunk driver.
Who's
Where it's like
gonna
you
be
gotta flip
like,
the coin. Who's
yeah,
at risk of the DUI tonight?
who's gonna be the closest to sober? Like,
Yeah.
okay, you can still drink, but like not too much.
We have this graph up in our kitchen. It's like I don't know. We got someone like left it on our porch. Like it's like anti-drunk driving. Like I was gonna say propaganda,
I
but
knew
that's
you were gonna say.
not what I meant to say. Anti-drunk driving like information.
Hmm.
And it's like the most ridiculous graph ever. They're alleging that you can have 3 drinks in an hour and be like there. It's like a chart based off like your body weight and your height. And they're saying 3 drinks an hour you can drink and drive. And it's like, that just cannot be
That
true.
can't be
This is
true.
what science is trying to tell us.
Yeah, I feel like that can't be true.
Because we were like,
Also,
wow, we're not even drinking enough.
yeah, it is crazy because the legal limit is like point
Zero
oh
eight.
point oh
Yeah.
eight, yeah.
Mhm.
Which I feel like crazy take. In my opinion, I think it should be like 0, but I do understand that that leaves a weird, like potentially bad precedent because people's blood alcohol content can go up because of like kombucha. So it's like it's tough. But also, you know, I just think it's crazy that there is like a legal limit you could be at.
I was actually thinking about it the other day because I was thinking about DUIs the other day. Probably because so many people here have them.
Mhm.
It's like I knew someone who was like 18 with a DUI
Ah, that's crazy.
and he was having an Uber everywhere, like $50 Uber, $50. I was like, oh,
Wow.
really makes you think. But I was wondering why they don't just have breathalyzers just built into all cars. But it's that too like surveillance statey,
Yeah, I was gonna say and also that kind of undermines like innocent until proven guilty, kind of.
I guess, like if you can get away with it. But also not really because they're like private vehicles
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
and they're manufactured privately, I want to say. They're like,
Yeah, I don't know.
but
I have heard like an argument around this before of like breathalyzers should just be in all cars, but it's like
I guess it doesn't leave room for like
I was
emergency.
about to say my first thought is like, okay, imagine like someone trying to kill you and you're like, oh
Yeah,
my God.
I can't
Like,
drive away.
yeah. So it's tough. It's
Your
tough.
friend like hits their head when you're drinking.
Yeah.
It's like, I guess I gotta be the DDD.
Yeah. It's true. Oh my God, can I talk about Love Island UK?
Yes, for 5 minutes.
Okay. When you're like set it strict.
We can't keep
I
on with
know.
the Love Island.
So the finale was today. It
Okay.
ended today. It ended today. So I had to touch back in on this. I'm incredibly upset with the results.
I don't know who won.
Lorenzo and the girl he's in a couple with, the Casa girl he's in a couple
Wait,
with,
I liked
Yulia.
her.
No,
Oh, she turned bad?
we don't like her as of recently.
Oh.
Because at first, it when she was just like low-key dogging on this one girl, we were like, okay, because like no one really liked that girl in her couple, so it was like it was okay. And then she's just like, it was just, no, no,
Well,
no.
how'd they win then?
Um, well, here's the thing is, I'm obviously seeing incredibly biased opinions. I'm seeing opinions that reflect my own, you know?
Okay.
So all
Okay.
of my like, the central thesis of the opinions I see is like Jasmine is a queen, right? So everyone who believes Jasmine is a queen, because also Jasmine is like really polarizing. Like a lot of people, especially a lot of American viewers, really like her. And then she also gets a lot of hate because people say she's too like outspoken or in the way she stands up for herself, they call her like, you know, she gets woman basically. And then but then a lot of the same people who like hate Jasmine for the way she stands up for herself are like, "Yes, Yulia is such a queen." Like, "Yes, blah blah blah." So, it's become a bit of a like I'm not saying everyone who likes Yulia is like this, but it's become a bit of a like a lot of the people who like Yulia are kind of the people who are like holding double standards for like white women compared to like women of color. You see what I'm saying? Because it's like, yeah, that's just how it's turning out. So, especially like within the most like recent couple episodes, it's been a big thing that people have been like, okay, you're for real just like causing drama and like stirring stuff up and then like playing the victim kind of. And so a lot of the stuff I was seeing was like either people were like, "Oh my gosh, you like Yulia has to win," or it was people being like, "Literally anyone but Yulia has to win." Like, "Oh my gosh." And so yeah, Yulia and Lorenzo won. Some people were like, low key, it's just like Lorenzo winning. Like he's just like he was always gonna win because like so many people love him. You know, Jasmine and Kevin got second. I'm really personally upset because Simba and Angelista got third, which that was my winners. That's who I wanted to win. Because when they were first coupled up, I really didn't, or like in the beginning of their couple, I really didn't like Simba that much because he was low key, just like not very committed to Ange. And it was like just kind of unfair to her and like hard to watch, especially because he brought a girl back from Casa and then she didn't. So, but then after that, he tried like really, really hard to like make it up to her, and they got
Mhm.
into like a lot better of a place. Once again, also, I'm still not all the way caught up. I've gotten farther, but I'm not like all the way caught up. But I think I think I'm like 10 or 9 episodes behind or something like that. But he really did like so much to make it up to her and was really like, I'm gonna for real be like the best version of myself. It was kind of like a little bit, it was like a hint of Melanie and Sincere, except if like he like really was like, trying and was like someone who was actually like a likable person and a bit of an admirable character. And then also if Ange has like I'd say a lot more self-respect kind of. Um, And I like them both like individually. Like Simba's unfortunately like so funny. Like there have been so many like memes of him. He had a nightmare in the villa. I think this is the first time like someone's had like a nightmare on Love Island, but it's so funny because it's them and it's like the black and white like night vision and everyone's sleeping and he just goes, ah! Get literally. And then you would hear the other people in the beds are like, oh my God, like what's going on? And, like one of the girls like, oh my God, that was so scary. Like I'm so scared. And then they showed because Love Island UK, they still do like an unseen bits episode every week. And so they showed in the unseen bits him talking about what his nightmare was about. And he was like, my nightmare was that we were at a recoupling and it was just me and Ange left. but there was three other boys with me, and they were all clones of me, and she couldn't tell which one was the real me. And I was trying to tell her, Ange, it's me. He's just like hilarious. He's so funny. And I think I said this before, but like Angelisa, I also, especially like the beginning of the season, I feel like she was like not getting properly edited. She was not getting like represented well. But like, because they just made her seem like really quiet. But I think that she's funny. Like other people who have come out of the villa have been like, oh my gosh, she's so funny, and they're just like not showing enough of her. But I do think that she is funny, and especially like there's this one moment when I think it's when he brings the girl back from Casa or like shortly after that. And he's like talking to her and he's like, I miss you. I miss us. And she just goes, oh God. Like she's just like so funny. And so I really wanted them to win because it's like I feel like they've come really far as a couple. Because for a while they were just like they were looking really rough, and it's like okay, they've gotten a lot better together, and they're also just like I like them both as like characters in the show. And so I like wanted them to win, but Lorenzo and Yuli won. I'm like, man, whatever. I really, and it's really crazy because like
Into each other.
they don't seem really compatible or like really into each other. It seems like they just like got together in costume. They were like, okay, well, I guess we're together now. He's been mispronouncing her name until the last episode. He's been calling her Julia this like entire time, and then finally, I think in like the last episode, she was like, "It's Yulia," like, but they're in love, I guess. So
Really?
I get allegedly.
I hadn't seen that either
Yeah.
from the clips.
Yeah.
I thought he was. I thought you were gonna say you were mad because you wanted him to be with Jasmine.
Well, yes, obviously, but I've accepted that like
That's gonna have to be like end game.
we can't always win the battle, but we can win the war. It's like
Right. Right.
offense wins games, defense wins championships. Like we still got overtime. We're playing the
Okay.
long game.
Okay.
It's not like Jasmine and Lorenzo in 7. It's like Jasmine and Lorenzo in 8 to 9 months. Trust me, okay? Trust me.
In 8 to 9 months. It's more like a baseball
Yeah,
season.
trust me. Yeah.
That's
It's a
crazy.
long-term strategy, okay?
Speaking of long term, you saw Nicolandria broke up.
Oh my gosh. Yes. And I was like, wow, it's crazy that it's almost like exactly to like the 1 year date, which does unfortunately really make it seem like it was like a contract.
It was a contract. And honestly, I was confused that this got announced because I didn't think they were actually even still together. And I
Yeah,
didn't know
no.
other people thought that they were still together.
I guess some people did just because it's like it was kind of like a Schrodinger's cat situation
Okay.
of like, well, they didn't say that it's over, so
I mean, and I completely respect that like blind delusion and hustle. Like I've been there.
yeah,
Like it's not over till it's over.
we've all been there, like,
But I didn't even know that this had even like begun. I
yeah,
kind of thought they just like they didn't even win their season.
yeah, which is really crazy.
Like I just I don't know. Their
Interesting.
schedules must have been too busy. She had too
Yeah,
many Raising Cane's catwalks to model in.
yeah, yeah. I feel like she's
Too many
low-key like
shows.
she's everything everywhere all at once. Him, I see him in like a D-list influencers like post occasionally, you know.
He's
So
in Vegas with Caleb.
like sure, what the hell, sure, like
Honestly, they're both like, okay.
yeah. I don't okay, oh okay, we need to stop talking about Love Island, but like I really don't understand why everyone's obsessed with Caleb, but that's all I'm gonna say. Okay, no more.
Okay.
So now what?
Well, I don't know. I guess we could talk about Pearl Harbor.
Okay. Um,
Oh, actually, I watched the Odyssey.
oh my
Speaking of Pearl Harbor, I actually
God.
watched the Odyssey.
Okay. So you got like tickets to just a regular showing?
Yes, because we had decided that we were hearing too much about it and that we might as well just go and see it while it was still relevant.
Yeah, yeah, that's what you have to do sometimes.
which was fine. Like, you're gonna hate to hear it.
Hmm.
I was not really moved.
Really?
I wasn't like bored. I was engaged. I was just like, I actually just don't think the Odyssey is for me. Like
Like
the
the story, the concept.
yeah, like the story. I think it was just like I wasn't moving. I thought that the visual effects, like the real effects that he was doing were like legit AF
Hmm.
and really cool. And I thought some of the acting was good.
Some of it, yeah.
And actually, like I thought the bad acting, not even who you would expect, I feel like.
Who do you think was bad?
I would say worst performance in the whole movie, Mia Goth.
Oh, well, obviously, but also she only has like 5 lines, so it's
I,
like
you have 5 lines and you're gonna do them like that. This is your one chance, Mia Goth.
I was low-key surprised that she was even in that role because I was like, I mean, I guess when it's such a big like blockbuster with such huge names that it's like, yeah, I guess someone of that caliber would be in like such a small role, but I was just assuming that that would low-key be like a faceless kind of like
Well, also because
in the same way an overwhelming majority of like Odysseus's men were just basically like extras who had like no lines. I thought that that would like be like what her Sovereign was like, but
well, and also the witch was just some random actress.
oh, Cersei.
Cersei, yeah, sorry, Cersei. It was like if you're gonna make all these other roles with like every other character with a name was like an established actor,
Hmm.
pretty much. It was like, why is this one? I mean, she did great. Like, it was a good performance, but it was like, to me, this is
She was really
moving
good.
like a Wes Anderson film in terms of like, oh, here comes another one.
Yeah.
That it really caught me off guard to see like a random playing Cersei.
Yeah, okay, I looked her up. She has been in other stuff, but it's just like stuff that like we have not seen, obviously. But I mean, I kind of like that it was like someone a little bit
I
different.
thought she did good. I was glad. I feel like she was cast based off talent, which I
Yeah,
appreciated.
which is good. The same thing could have been done for,
Some other roles.
yeah. I do think for me personally, I thought one of the like best performances was Himesh Patel, who's like, his like right hand man who's
Yes.
there like all the time. He was so good. He's also in Tenet, if I remember correctly. And he's just like so good. And I was like, it's crazy I didn't see him in like any of the press when he's in so much of the movie. He's like in so much of the movie. And the main press I feel like is really pushing obviously like Matt Damon, Tom Holland, Anne Hathaway, and then Zendaya. I was like, Zendaya was barely in it, but I guess it makes sense because she's so famous that.
They're pushing Pattinson a lot too, and he has like very few lines.
That's true. That is true. Yeah, I feel like he was not as big as like Ramesh Patel's character,
Yeah, I agree.
but
It was it was good. Like
I feel like you said, like you were like the Odyssey just might not be for me. I feel like you would low key like the Iliad better because that's like the actual war. I feel like you would like that better.
it's a little juicier.
Yeah, I
I mean,
feel.
it was juicy enough, but it was kind of just like, oh, okay. Oh, okay. We were having a debate about it, like about Athena,
Hmm.
and it's like at the end, this is a spoiler, I guess, but I'm sure this all is. At the end, when Zendaya is getting her like head cut off in Troy,
Hmm.
and you also see the statue with the head cut off,
Hmm.
we were debating on if that was just like a hallucination or if it was like a real village girl who then he like started to attribute to being Athena. Does that make sense? Like a real
Yeah,
girl that he saw die?
I know exactly what you're saying. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it's up to interpretation. That's the whole point. I think I didn't I haven't seen people saying like, oh, maybe it was just a hallucination or whatever. The two like theories that I have seen is like one that, like you said, it's like that was a village girl who died, and then because of his guilt, um, Athena now takes the manifestation, the physical form. She now manifests looking like that girl because
Yeah.
of his guilt. Or the other theory that I've mainly seen is like that was actually Athena disguised as like a normal girl in Troy. And then because he like kills her, that's also part of something that like sets all of these terrible events in motion, is because the whole movie is talking about Zeus's law, which is that a god may come to you in disguise and you have to show them hospitality or whatever. So some people think like because they placed because the movie specifically made such an emphasis on like Zeus's law and like really explaining, oh, Zeus's law is about when a god is in disguise, when a god is in disguise, blah, blah, blah. They're saying maybe that was actually Athena in disguise. And then like some of the other things that are like actually in the Odyssey, like in the original text, is like, oh, you do something and then the gods, curse you for it. For example, like when he like hurts the Cyclops, then the seas turn against them because Poseidon like curses them basically. So the interpretation of like Athena being in disguise as this girl is like, oh, because you killed this manifestation of Athena, that is also part of what sets all of these events in motion, is because it's like the guilt is a curse kind of thing. Those are the two theories I've like seen the most, is either like that was actually Athena, or because of his guilt, that's just like how Athena comes to him, you know? But I feel like the whole point is like you don't know. You don't know.
No.
And I have to give Nolan his tens because when she did show up again, when Zendaya showed up again and it was just as like a girl who was about to die instead of Athena, I was like, whoa. I was gagged. I was gagged. I was like, whoa. That was neat, you know.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But what do you think? Do you have like a certain idea?
No, I mean in the movie or like when I was watching the movie, I certainly thought that it was I thought it was just like a girl and then his guilt was manifesting like her as Athena. Like when Athena was coming to him, it was like this girl. But I guess honestly those two things are very similar. Like
Yeah, I guess like both could be true, kind of.
they're kind of one and the same. Yeah, because it's like, well, she's Athena now, so what does it matter if she was Athena then?
That is a good question for like philosophers. Like that's a real like consequentialism versus like deontology question. But
I have nothing else to say about Athena. I mean, the only other thing about the Odyssey is that I feel really uninformed on like what's real and what's fake. But I
Mhm.
guess everyone is. Like
I
I
mean,
had always assumed that the Trojan War was like real and that the Trojan horse was real. And then I was hearing rumors and speculation that it like might be mythology or like whatever. Yeah, I might be made up. I was like, oh, I thought that it was not even that long ago.
yeah, I mean, I think that historiologically speaking,
hmm
we're like pretty sure that it's just mythology.
That's crazy.
However, there was like, from my understanding, and this is, keep in mind, I have an understanding of classics as in like a literature, English literature major, which is to say I have like some understanding, but not like a someone who studied like classics, you know. So my understanding is that like this is the way a lot of like very old, early like texts and like, literatures are formed or were formed, was that there was a real life event that did happen. However, it was like taken to a whole other level in the way it was retold. I this is what I recall, is that like there was a probably a war or a battle, and then it was like highly mythologized, and it became this huge story involving gods and like mythological figures, etc., if that makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah, I think that yeah, so like yeah, the tale of the Odyssey itself is like not true, which is like, that's obvious because it's like it has literal like, there's Cyclops in it and like um, gods and stuff. So it's like, okay, obviously that's not true. But yeah, the Trojan War concept of the Trojan War as it's told through those stories is also like very likely not true even without the mythological elements, but like it is possible that there was like a war. Or I think that there is some evidence that there was like a war, but just like not, you know.
That makes sense in how I would like conceptualize, I guess, history being told back then.
Yeah, especially when things are relayed like orally, you know?
Especially because I feel like so much of mythology comes from like periods of like it comes from periods of suffering, right?
Yeah.
Or like facing the aftermath of wars and then wanting to like glorify the circumstances that are bringing you this
Yeah,
trouble to like kind of
exactly.
make it more worth it.
Yeah. And yeah, because I was talking to my dad about this, because he was like, I just wasn't expecting it so much of it to be like about like the fantasy aspects, like the mythology. Like he thought it was gonna be more of like about the war. And I was like, yeah, but if you think about even the way that we talk about wars now, we say we won the Cold War because like capitalism is better. It's like capitalism, that is like the god. And that is like we're telling ourselves like these mythologies and these stories about like our ideas won. Like that is also like, mythology basically. And so it's kind of like, yeah, that was just like the back then equivalent kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is crazy when you find out these things that you've like just always heard about are just like not true at all. Like when I text you and when I was in my medieval literature class and I was like, "Oh my God, King Arthur isn't real?" Which isn't like that it's not that I genuinely thought like, "Oh yeah, there was a King Arthur as there was like a King Henry VIII or whatever." It's just like when you hear of it so much, you never stop to think about like, wait, was that real or fake? Like I had just never
Yeah.
really thought about like, wait, that actually happened or not. But I guess it makes sense because like King Arthur is the same kind of figure as like Robin Hood, basically. So
You know what? I also probably thought King Arthur was real in the sense that I didn't think he like I guess I didn't think the story of King Arthur was real because like obviously
yeah,
Merlin and like Camelot like that just can't be real.
yeah,
But I guess I like did just assume it was based off this like real king.
yeah.
And then they were like, how can we make him the GOAT for future generations?
No, yeah, literally, because that's also something that they did is they would be like, the king has like all-seeing powers. So if you do
Yeah.
something bad, the king will know, like that type of
Yeah.
stuff. So yeah, it could have like ostensibly been true. It just happens to not be true, you
Yeah.
know?
Wow. Wow.
Hmm. Okay, so overall, how was your review of the Odyssey?
Low. I'm sorry.
Oh my gosh.
I
Oh,
gave it 3 stars,
wow. Okay.
which
Okay.
is the same as Descendants Wicked Wonderland,
Oh, okay.
which I was
Okay.
reflecting on and I was like, that's not fair of me. Because it is definitely like significantly better, and I actually probably had a better time, but
Mhm.
you know, it
No,
is what it is.
yeah, and
It's just where we are now.
I'm a big believer also in like just rate movies based on how you feel. Like it's opinions based. It's opinions based. Like just vote, you know.
Yeah.
I also over the weekend I saw two movies this weekend, which felt like gluttonous and it was like really crazy for me.
Wow.
Yeah. But one of them was, I guess it was a movie, but like kind of not. But I saw the Hadestown movie, which is just like a pro shot of the musical, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, there are moments in that musical where it's like very quiet. Like it's so quiet because you're supposed to hear someone like walking in. It's so quiet. and the theater right next to us was playing the Odyssey, and it was like shaking our theater genuinely. I knew it was like the like crazy ocean scenes because it would just like be like like in the back, and it would be like the theater's like shaking, and I was like, oh, okay, like okay, yeah.
Who's in the recorded video? Is it
It's the
Jordan Fisher?
No, it's the original cast. So it's
Oh.
like Reeve Carney and Ava Noblezada, I think is their names. Yeah.
Mhm.
But yeah, it's the OG cast. It was pretty good, except I don't like Reeve Carney, unfortunately. And it's like really tough because I would have loved to see Jordan Fisher as Orpheus. And I would have loved to see Jack Wolf as Orpheus. But it's like whatever, it's fine. And it was still good, so
Was Lola Tongue in it?
no, no.
I
That's
think she only did
the
it for like three
Yeah,
shows.
yeah. That's the main girl. So Ava Noblezada.
Mm. Oh,
Yeah,
okay. I didn't know what role she played.
yeah, she was the main girl.
What else did you see?
Oh, I also saw I Love Boosters, which came out like so long ago. Like it was really
That's
random.
still in theaters there?
It's well, okay. I was in Oakland with Mia and Sierra, and like for like a long time, Mia has been wanting to see it, so we were like, okay, let's go see it.
It was good.
It was good. I liked it.
I thought it was really interesting and like funny.
Yeah, and I do like, like absurdity, those kinds of things. So I had like a fun time. I thought like the whole Lakeith Stanfield demon character was like hilarious. Like that was my favorite part of the whole movie. And I thought it was actually like perfect in the way it like wrapped up the story. So yeah, I really liked
Yeah,
Diamond Boosters.
it was really good.
Yeah.
I thought it would be kind of ridiculous because like I had a hard time with Everything Everywhere All at Once
Mm,
just because it was a little too absurd for me.
mm.
But this was good. It was like a good amount of absurdity where I could still follow what was happening.
That's crazy because Everything Everywhere All at Once is so much more of like a straight narrative and straight and traditional narrative than I Love Boosters.
I Love Boosters, like I got it. It was like, yes, I love unions. I love unions.
Mhm.
Like this makes perfect sense to
Mhm.
me.
Right, 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 right. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, unions and friendship, like say my favorite words.
Okay, right. Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
Mhm.
Now what else do you have to talk about?
Well, I have something to talk about that you're not going to really care about, which is like Real Housewives related.
Okay, you can talk about it though.
Okay. Well, so the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, who are not filming right now. Right now it's or they're actually I don't think they're filming, but it's also not airing. So basically like these if you guys like have never watched Real Housewives, Salt Lake City is by far like the easiest season to watch
Mm.
because all of the women have like really engaging plot lines and they're all like always up to something to try and like be the star, which is great because a lot of these other housewives like they just get really stagnant. And which is because it's like their real lives, but like allegedly. But the Salt Lake City ladies, like they are like juicy, juicy drama pretty much every season. And so the big thing for the past two seasons is that all of the ladies are kind of getting on these two women, Meredith and Lisa. And they're getting on them and they're like, your marriages are shams. And because basically Meredith had an affair, allegedly, but she had an affair. This was a couple seasons ago, actually. She cheated on her husband. Her husband and her like live separately while she's filming because they're actually from New York, but she lives in Salt Lake City to be on the show, which is like that shouldn't be allowed, but whatever.
It should be like politicians. You have to live in your district. Like,
Yeah, but they do. They have like properties in both. Actually, I think they rent in Salt Lake City. But anyways, they kind of live separate. He like allegedly works a lot, like whatever. They people think people and then people are speculating, including the ladies. Oh my, this is the really bad part about Salt Lake City that they do that OC does also. They are like obsessed with bloggers. The OC ladies are a little bit worse, where they will like talk to bloggers and like leak information and like then go on podcasts and stuff and like be talking about their other housewives. And every season it's this thing. It's like, how could this blogger know this about me unless you told them? And it's
Mm.
like, who reads blogs?
Yeah.
Like, who reads blogs? And they do it, and it like it's such a draining storyline. 'Cause it's like we do not care. We do not care. But anyway, so they'll go to bloggers with information about the other ladies, and then on the season they're like hashing it out. So everyone's spreading rumors, they're spreading lies about Meredith and her family and saying that she had this affair, whatever. Lisa, who's like her best friend, was really mad at her at this time and called her something crazy, like a trash bag whore or something.
My
Like
God.
she called her something like really crazy, and everyone was like, oh, and it's like on camera. She's like, this cheating, whatever, because and that's how you know the affair was real. Because that's her bestie. But they got over that. But anyway, so everyone's always speculating, like, okay, Meredith is in this like sham marriage, open relationship, like that's not real, and they're gonna get divorced. Okay. And then Wild Whitney Rose, is talking about Lisa. She has this big beef with Lisa because Lisa's kind of like a boss. I mean, she's like, I'm like, she's like annoying, but she's kind of a boss. And Whitney like has all these failed businesses, which Lisa does too, but Lisa somehow has like more money than her, so it's like fine. But anyways, Whitney's like always coming for Lisa. Like she's really, I don't know, wishes Lisa was a better friend to her, and so in like retribution for that, she's like being like evil to Lisa. And she was telling people, her and her cousin Heather Gay had heard from their friend Angie Harrington that Lisa was like, I don't know if I want to say this. Well, Lisa was doing sexual favors for someone to get courtside seats for the Utah Jazz for her and her husband. And
Oh
they're
my God.
spreading that rumor. And Lisa is like, I would never do that. And everyone's like, and then this last season, her husband John was actually just like treating her really bad on camera and kind of just like very a telltale Real Housewives sign that divorce is imminent. He was kind of just like treating her bad, and he wasn't engaging with her shenanigans like you're really supposed to in a situation like this. He was kind of just like, oh my God, like really fed up with Lisa. And so everyone was obviously being like, your marriage is about to end. Like, ooh, like this is bad. It's looking bad. And in this off season, both Meredith, I'm saying that with like Meredith and Lisa have been like vindicated down. Because
Really?
yes, Bronwyn at the end of last season, one of the other housewives, Bronwyn.
Crazy name, but
Yes, Bronwyn Newport. Mind you, Bronwyn, the second Real Housewives Bronwyn.
okay,
Because there
like
was one in OC also.
okay.
And actually I've met Bronwyn Newport like
That's the one you met.
yes, I met Bronwyn Newport is such a queen. She had this old husband, and he was so evil. He's like demented and sick, and she like loves fashion. She's like crazy style, but she really loves it, and like you love that for her. Um, but anyways, her and him split. They're getting divorced. She popped out with like a really young boyfriend, which we met him too. Very sweet, very sweet of her for her. I don't know about her boyfriend. Very sweet for her. But anyway, so she divorced, okay? Or separated, but divorced. Then rumor comes out Angie K and her husband's having an affair with a female hairstylist at the salon. There's a lot of speculation from the ladies that her husband is gay. No, this affair is with a female hairstylist at her salon. He's having an affair. She's getting divorced or separated. Boom. Like almost like 2 days later, word hits the street. Wild Whitney Rose and Justin Rose, her husband, separated, have been for a while. They have a lot of money problems because, like I said, she has all these failed businesses, and it's driving a wedge in their relationship where she feels unsupported And he's like, you're like throwing my money away. And already like they had a tumultuous start to their relationship because their marriage actually started from an affair.
Oh,
And he got like,
it it never ends well when it starts poorly. Like,
yeah, yeah. Um, I don't know if they work together or something. I don't know. That might be like wrong. But anyways, they've been together for a long time, but they're separated. And Lisa, this news hit. I think she's probably most mad about Whitney because Whitney probably was coming for the hardest. Posts like a picture of her and her husband, and the caption is like something along the line of like, "Y'all mad?
mm-hmm,
We're staying strong."
mm-hmm.
But it's just been so juicy. Like I cannot wait for them to start filming.
Yeah.
Yeah, and everyone thinks actually that Whitney, which this is based in some things we've seen on the show actually. I think Whitney's like bisexual, maybe. Bronwyn's bisexual. Everyone's like, finally they're gonna get together because they have like this kind of wild chemistry.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's been like joyous. I mean, I'm not like a big Lisa fan. I'm actually like she's really not my favorite, but I love the drama.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That does
That's
sound
what's going on.
that does sound entertaining. Like I'll never like watch it or be into it, but like I'm happy to hear you relay the information, you know.
Yeah. Summarize it, give you the juicy details.
Exactly. I need
Mhm.
like the cliff notes.
Mhm. It would be interesting. It was really my goal to watch like a lot more of Housewives, like other franchises, and I just was unable to do it because it's too much reality TV.
Mm-hmm.
But I would like to see what people's favorite plot lines are like from Real Housewives.
Mm,
Because like the OC ladies, like they have crazy drama too, but it's like what you said about Love Island. It's like their stories play out in like decades, you
mm.
know. They're the oldest
It's like the
franchise.
Odyssey.
Yes. Because it's like you'll meet someone in one season and then 3 seasons later, that's when it gets revealed that this whole time they've been doing something behind your back. Because Vicky is back this year, the OG of the OC. She's back. She got booted because she kept telling Andy Cohen, who he hosts all the Real Housewives. She was like, "This is my show.
Oh yeah.
Get her out of here."
Yeah.
Whatever. She had this boyfriend who was faking having cancer.
Oh my God.
And they were at the reunions with her daughter. They're all teaming up with her daughter, like receipts, proof. Ti- This quote is from Salt Lake
Wow.
City. But they're all like crazy, like crazy. And then actually the receipts proof timeline, that's from Salt Lake City. They had this girl on one season, she was a housewife. The big reveal at the end is that she was actually running one of the like hate blogs
Oh my
and
God.
had been for years. And they were like, "We know this is you, Monica." And she was like,
Wow.
"Oh."
Wow.
Yeah. No, it's just really juicy. It's really juicy.
Yeah. Wow. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Should we do our media?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, obviously, I talked about how I saw Hades Town. I saw I Love Boosters. I'm still watching Phineas and Ferb. That's all I've been watching lately. Phineas and Ferb and like Love Island UK, but now that the season's over, I'm gonna give up on catching up. Like I don't even care enough, you know. And then for listening, I've still not been like listening to that much music. I've been listening to Hypen again because I'm seeing them tomorrow.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes, I'm really excited. So I've been listening to them. There's that list. And also for reading, I'm
That's
still
an
reading.
The Oakland shows tomorrow.
Yeah, the Oakland show's tomorrow. Yeah. For reading, I'm still reading um Brimstone by Callie Hart. And I've actually started making real progress this week. So, like, God willing, this book will actually get finished, okay? And then I've also still been reading Lord of the Flies. So that's my media.
Okay. I'm also still reading the same book. I'm reading Famesick.
Mm.
I'm like maybe like a sixth into it. It's good, and actually, she's already listed like a place that is like right down the street from me.
Oh my gosh.
That's like bringing me a lot of joy. Um, Watching, I haven't really watched anything. I mean, I'm gonna watch Spider-Man this week, which I'm excited about. And we've been watching True Blood. I've been making my roommate watch it, which it's a show that you can watch like one episode a night of.
Yeah.
And then for listening, I've been like, oh, I saw like a reel about this, like, this is so embarrassing. Please give me grace.
Okay.
I saw a reel about Cameron Winter's music from like high school, like performing arts high school. Tuned in. Fuck, fantastic. It's so good. So I've been playing that, which sue
Okay.
me. Like sue me. And then I listened to the new Strokes album.
Oh yeah.
They all fell and hit their heads. Like, oh my God.
Right.
I just can't. But I'm gonna listen to it again. I'm gonna keep listening to it till I get it.
Okay, okay.
I
Till it
like
sinks
the
in.
You're not gonna get it the first time.
It's
I haven't got it yet, but I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I
okay.
like the Fruits of Conquest. There's like a song on there. I was like, okay. And it's like second from last. And I didn't even mind the singles. The rest of the album is so like,
See,
can you
yeah.
say words?
Yeah. See this I listened to the singles, then the day the album came out, I just saw someone post that line about Anthony Fantano, and I was like, okay, I can't tune into the rest. Like, I'll wait until some songs get big on TikTok and then listen to those. Like,
Things that are not gonna happen. But I'm seeing them in like 3 weeks. I'm going alone, just killing me, but whatever. I'm gonna
yeah,
be brave.
be brave, be
But I'm
strong.
seeing them in like 3 weeks, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get it by then. I'm gonna get it.
Hmm.
So just
Just
something to work on.
imagine that you're like 45 and divorced. That might help get you into this space.
That might help. That might
Yeah.
help. And if I've like never heard Charlie XX before,
Right, right.
I'll be like, oh my God, this is like revolutionary in the
Yeah.
field.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thanks for listening.
Yes, thank you. I liked the format of this like better. I feel like we had like things to talk about other than the World Cup.
I know, finally. Okay. Well, see you next
See you
week.
next week.
Bye.
Bye.